Sean Strickland and Belal Muhammad potentially in the UFC middleweight division. Of course, Sean Strickland was supposed to fight Luke Rockhold in, I believe it was a November matchup on UFC 268 against Luke Rockhold. Luke Rockhold having a herniated disc. I'm not too sure what that is, but he's going to be pulling out of the fight. That fight card is in November. We got Belal Muhammad, a top 10 welterweight fighter in the world at number 9. He could definitely go up to middleweight and fight Sean Strickland. I mean, there's not really much to lose. If he loses to Sean Strickland, oh well, he lost the fight to Sean Strickland. If he wins, he's going to be a top 10 welterweight fighter and a top 10 middleweight fighter, which would be absolutely insane. I mean, it's a good fight. I mean, Sean Strickland and Belal Muhammad is, of course, going to be a good fight because Sean Strickland going on an amazing win streak, only losing to Usman, Zaleski, and Santiago Ponzinibbio, while beating guys like Brendan Allen, Krzysztof Jotko, Uriah Hall, Tom Breese right there. We got Alex Garcia, Jack Marshman. He's got a lot of really solid wins, only losing to ranked opponents. I mean, Zaleski isn't necessarily ranked, but is a very good opponent. But this fight right here with Sean Strickland and Belal Muhammad can definitely happen. 33 years old and right here 30 years old. Sean Strickland's going to be a lot taller. He's going to be significantly bigger since he is going to be 15 pounds heavier in the middleweight division compared to the welterweight division. So he's going to have, I believe, a 2-inch height advantage as well as a 5-inch reach advantage. We already know the main weakness of Belal Muhammad is the straight shots down the middle. Even a guy like Leon Edwards in his second to last fight was able to land a lot of good shots down the middle, and he's not necessarily that much of a longer opponent, only by 3 inches. This time it would be by 6 whole inches, where Sean Strickland is really going to be able to land that 1-2. Leon Edwards, the much smaller opponent in terms of height, in terms of reach, and in terms of just physical attributes, he was able to keep on going straight down the middle with his straight shots and kept on 1-2ing Belal Muhammad many times throughout the fight. If Sean Strickland can do that with middleweight power, he can definitely go out there and knock out Belal Muhammad. Leon Edwards just doesn't have the power, in my opinion, to really get a knockout too much anymore. If you look at his last, I don't know, 5 wins, he's got 1 knockout win over Peter Sabata with literally 1 second left, and it was a ground pound knockout. Other than that, his last knockout was in 2015, so he doesn't necessarily have the power. Sean Strickland does, because he is going to be in the middleweight division. He's going to be significantly bigger, significantly lengthier and taller, and I think if the fight does happen with Belal Muhammad and Sean Strickland, we will just see an absolute domination from Sean Strickland. He's going to be bigger, longer, taller, everything like that. Go out there as Belal comes forward with some really big hooks like he usually does. He's going to keep on walking into those 1-2s, and I do think he's going to get knocked out. Belal Muhammad, I don't think it has been knocked out. Decision loss, knockout loss right there, and then another decision loss. So if Vicente Luque can knock him out in the welterweight division, I'm going to say that Sean Strickland can as well, because he's going to be just a lot bigger than Belal Muhammad. So if the fight does happen, which it definitely can, I'm not necessarily saying 100% this fight will happen, but if it does, I'm going to go Sean Strickland by knockout in the second or third round. Really good fight, potentially in the middleweight division at UFC 268.